Alright, dearest friends, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Christine, and today we're going to be reacting to AEW Rampage. So, again, apologies for the delay on all these reactions and stuff like that. Last week was crazy around here, just in general, especially with school, because of the fact that, well, we are approaching our finals week, this coming up week. And yeah, so as you know, we're in business school, we're getting an MBA and that sort of thing, but we're on like these 5-week terms, so this kind of thing tends to happen about every 5 weeks or so. But just wanted to give you a heads up there, I'm going to be filming a bunch of stuff today, so that way when this video comes out, there's going to be a bunch of videos, hopefully in the queue, or at least in the process of being in the queue, and that sort of thing. But I needed to take a couple of nights just to chill, refocus, regroup, and that sort of thing. And we're doing okay right now. So, without further ado, we've got Rampage to watch, so let's just dive into it, friends. Okay, so apparently we have a tag team championship match to kick things off. I can appreciate this. We like a good tag team match. I'm completely over the Hardy front office stuff, but I like the Lucha Bros, so I mean, you know it evens out, right? I would have to disagree with the best steel cage match of all time, maybe in AEW history, because I enjoyed it, but why that match got 5.75 stars, it's kind of beyond me considering what matches are up there in terms of star countage, but again, that is one dude's opinion. We have our own opinions, and we can all create our own opinions and have our own opinions. Although, I don't know why Rampage has this thing where it's like, it feels like the show kind of goes backwards, where it's like, the match you would think would be the main event is in the first match of the night. Oh, I'm just realizing the new, like, Rampage logos in the corners. That's kind of cool. I can dig that. I'm a little bit behind on Dynamite, so if I'm asking, like, probably stupid questions, it's because I'm, like, a couple of episodes behind. Again, it's been crazy, people. Honestly, Rey Fenix is one of the most underrated performers, like, that AEW has. Wait, did they just say that the Butcher and Blade were 7-0? Where did all those wins come from? I'm gonna assume that a lot of them happened on either Dark or Dark Elevation, which probably answers my own question, but okay then. What in the world was that? Okay, that was cool. I like how Rey Fenix literally was just going for a dive off the top rope, but then like Penta just like came running wild with the dive right there. That was pretty cool. Honestly, I like watching Rampage on the weekend because, you know, morning coffee and wrestling seems like a pretty decent combination to me. I would love to see Rey Fenix as like TNT champion, even if it's for like a cup of coffee at some point, just because he's so good. But I mean, this is a good showcase for the Butcher and the Blade. I will say that. I feel like this should not be as competitive as we're seeing here. That's kind of a reoccurring theme that I'm noticing here. Unless if that's just me, I don't know. Okay, so we had Private Party come out, and now we have Santana and Ortiz out here. Okay, this makes sense. But that's a match I want to see, though. I want to see the Lucha Bros versus Santana and Ortiz. But I mean, this sets things up for a match with these 4 teams? 3? Sort of? Yeah, 4. Because technically 2 of the teams are in like one unit, which was where we were getting the 3 from. Overall, I mean, this match was okay, nothing to really go home about, but I thought it was alright. Okay, but this is a match that none of us expected that we were actually gonna get, and we're getting it on Wednesday. That's probably the reason we might do a reaction video next week, to be honest. I want to know, like, what's gonna happen. I want to know what the entrance is gonna look like. I want to know, you know, what kind of moves we're gonna get, and like that sort of thing. It's gonna be interesting. Alright, we have Anna Jay versus the Bunny. I like how we're starting to get multiple women's feuds going on at the same time, so that's quite nice. I mean, at least we have something to look for. I mean, at least we have something on Rampage and something on Dynamite. Like, their women's division still needs some work, but at least I feel like they're in the right direction, or at least they're starting to get into the right direction. Oh, we have Saturday Night Dynamite coming up in October. Sweet. I actually like Saturday Night Dynamite just in general, because I don't have to get up the next morning. Look at Matt Hardy. He's like earning his, you know, he's earning his keep tonight, you know, because it's the second match that he's been involved with. I have not heard this crowd all that much tonight. Either they were just spent or something. I don't know. Alright, we're back from the break. We've got more Anna Jay versus the Bunny here. That was a nice neck breaker from Anna Jay. You know what? I really like Anna Jay. I don't know why, but I really like her organic, you know, friendship with Conti. I really like those two together. And you can tell that both of them, like, you know, they're genuinely, you know, trying to get better and improve every week. And I like that. I don't know how Penelope Ford and the bunny make sense. Other than that, they have, like, a mutual dislike, you know, let's band together against our common enemy and that sort of thing. Alright, well, Anna J won with the roll-up. Alright, well, Matt Hardy's 0-2 tonight. Oh, man, we just had some brass knuckles right there. Oh, yeah, I think I saw this on Twitter when it was kind of unfolding in real time. This is actually a good use for Team Taz. I actually don't mind Team Taz, to be honest. Like, I wish they would do more with them because they've got a good group going on. And you know what? This is a good use of CM Punk, too, because I like how he's working with, like, fresh people and stuff like that, and we can appreciate that. It's a fresh match, and we know that he's going to help bring out a really good match out of Hobbs, and that's going to be good. That match I'm excited to see as well. Okay, at least we've got some continuity to try to wrap up this Hardy family office or whatever it is. I thought we were done with the Matt Hardy and Orange Cassidy stuff like a couple of weeks ago. Or a few weeks ago, I think, right? It was like right before All Out. Oh, what does this have anything to do with this whole situation? The best friends are out of this mess, right? What is the point of this? Look, if you're 0-2, oh my god, why does Matt Hardy have a pair of scissors with him? Oh man, I feel bad for whoever has to, like, fix up the hair of that poor dude. Do we even know who this dude is? What is the point in all of this? I just want both of these dudes to go on to bigger, better things. I'm over this feud. You know what? This is gonna end in another mimosa match, isn't it? Alright, now this is a match I'm looking forward to. Well, once we get it next week on Dynamite, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. And it's a fresh match, too, and we can appreciate the fresh matches that we're about to get at Grand Slam. I think that's what they're calling it, Grand Slam, yeah, because that's the stadium show. Oh yeah, we're also getting a 2-hour Rampage next week, and we're just going to react to that-ish on Saturday, friends, or sometime next weekend. Because that's going to be from like 10 to midnight, and I'm just going to be tired by that point. Ooh! Oh man, we're already going buck wild here. I mean, she's only changed her name like, this is only the second name change that Ruby's had this year, because she was Ruby Riott and now she's Ruby Soho. Just so that we're keeping track. Well, yeah, I would hope that we would know who Dr. Britt Baker is by this point, because she's only been featured on AEW television for at least the past year or so. And she's crushing it! Ruby's not having any of it. She's like, oh yeah, we know who you are by now. I'd hope that we would know who our women's champion is. I like this, the crowd's into both of them. This is great. You love to hear that. And hey, this is the second women's segment sort of thing on the show tonight, so hey, brownie points to AEW. She didn't show up until All Out, so I mean, I don't know where we're going with that, to be honest. Britt Baker's been doing her own thing the last couple of years. Oh, man! Taz on commentary is like, this is a roasting session, I love it. Me too, Taz. Taz, you're becoming one of my favorite parts of the show. I hope that we get this kind of a feud a little bit more drawn out and stuff like that this fall. This has been a great segment, but I think we're gonna have a good match on our hands next week, and I'm quite excited to see what happens, and I hope that Ruby gets the title at some point. But this was great. This was genuinely great. I think if you watch at least one thing from this week, it's gonna be that segment. That was great. Dude, so they just ran through the Dynamite and Rampage cards for next week because we have a special 2-hour Rampage next week. Holy crap. Both shows look pretty stacked, I'm not gonna lie, which makes me excited. Alright, so we've been following this whole Fuego, Del Sol, and Miro situation for a little bit here on the channel. I actually started watching a few, like, Sammy Guevara vlogs and stuff like that. I started watching the vlog. So now I'm a little bit more up to speed, very roughly. Very roughly. At least getting a little bit more familiar with Fuego and, like, their friendship and stuff like that. Honestly, I'm more so in this for Miro still, but I can at least appreciate Fuego at this point. At least I understand it a little bit. I just like seeing Miro destroy people, and we need that. We need that in our lives, we really do. That sign in the front row is actually quite funny. It says, I just hope they have fun. And I'm like, that's our philosophy around here. It's like, we just watch and react to wrestling because wrestling's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun to watch. Oh no, Miro went right into the post. I like Fuego and everything, but Miro is like my dude here on AEW. I just like seeing him destroy people. Oh, the fans caught Fuego. Okay, that's cool. Oh, but Miro caught him. That was really cool. That was a really cool little bit right there. Oh, God. Even the referee was like, oh, God. For a second when Miro got him out of thin air. Oh, my God. Okay, but I like this replay where we're getting a top-down angle. That's cool. Oh, okay. That was a nice counter right there from Fuego. See, like, we don't trash everybody. We like to see characters progress, and we like to get to know people over time. Oh, Miro caught him, Miro caught him. Oh, I think they were both going for a kick at the same time or something like that, but Miro's just beating the crap out of him now. All right, Miro, just wrap it up. You got this, dude. You've clearly got this. All right, Miro retains, and we appreciate our TNT champion. Wait, what does Miro have? Like, what are the keys? Oh, those are the car keys. Oh, yeah, that's right. So the situation was that it was the TNT champion versus Fuego's car. So if Fuego lost, then he lost his car. Oh god, Miro is just holding back on that move right there with the car keys in his mouth. Ew. I think objectively speaking, that's just kind of gross, because I mean, car keys, like, they're car keys. They've been places. Okay, so this is setting up Miro and Sammy Guevara. That certainly adds up. That makes sense. That's something I would watch. At least we've had a lot of things further develop, like, throughout this episode. So, I mean, yay for continuity. I'd like to see Sammy Guevara with the TNT Championship. To be honest, I could see it happening. And honestly, that'd be a good first title for Sammy Guevara, too. And that way that could help elevate Miro to possibly go for a world title or something, you know, that'd be something interesting. Or just have Miro just continue to destroy people. I'd be cool with that. So, we have a lot of positive moving pieces with this whole situation. I want to see what happens next. Alright, kids, final thoughts for this week's Rampage. In terms of the match quality, I feel like it was okay. There wasn't really anything that super stood out to me. I did enjoy the matches for what they were. We had a lot of developments with each of the matches and the feuds moving forward and setting things up for next week. So that's quite nice to see. We have a pretty stacked Rampage for next week as well, so that's going to be exciting to watch and react to and that sort of thing. Again, we're probably not going to get to it until the weekend because by the time we get to it, it's going to be 10 o'clock at night and it'll end at midnight, and I want to be a decent neighbor in my apartment building and everything like that and get some sleep because it is my finals week. But I mean, I'm excited to see what happens next week on Rampage, partially because it's a special 2-hour episode and also because of the quality of the matches that we're going to be getting. And I'm just excited for next week in wrestling, or rather this week in wrestling, because there's just so much going on. I'm like, we've got a lot going on here. We've got a lot going on here, which is not a bad thing. I love to see everybody, you know, doing good things and succeeding and fresh matches and that sort of thing. So we're rooting for everybody, but in terms of Rampage this week, it was all right. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like, oh my god, everything was fantastic. But I would definitely go out of your way to watch the Dr. Britt Baker and Ruby Soho segment just because of the crowd interaction stuff. That was probably the most live I heard them the entire night, to be honest. But the Miro and Fuego del Sol match was also really good, too. I quite enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun match. So let me know what you all thought about Rampage. Are you looking forward to next week's shows in the stadium and all that jazz? And the special 2-hour Rampage, so that's going to be fun, too. We're going to need plenty of coffee for that. So on that note, thank you all so much for tuning in. Leave a like, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you get notifications around here, and I will see you all around later. Bye, everyone.